Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, after a completely unnecessary, undeserved, and inescapable downtime, the servers are back up, and you know what that means. Like it or not, it's showtime. Hi, guys. The game. Let's see if it actually plays. Looks like it. All right, here we are now. Entertain us. I still don't have enough int. Let's see, we had finished up the Cemetery of the Eternals, and we are one more of the League mechanic from getting our first iteration. I believe there's 1 out of 7 that you need on every map, and so we've been through, I guess, 7 maps. We are off to the hunting grounds, where there's a Dryadic ritual, the Crow Bell, and the ritual altar, not to be confused with the Dryadic ritual, and exits to both Freythorn and Ogham farmlands. Everything else is complete. And here we go. Good evening, those who have joined me. Sorry about the being a bit late, but it ain't my fault. Okay, we need to follow this guy. And I need to...
Try keep up. Don't lose sight of it.
Whoop! This thing, it's, oh my god, this just is such a bullshit game mechanic. Put into any game ever. It drains your mana.
Don't lose him now. Look sharp.
And how am I supposed to deal with it? I have no fucking clue.
Finish it.
This is just, the entire fact that this exists in the game is cancer. Is it also draining my health?
Almost there. Don't give up now.
I can't even get through the thing because its shield is regenerating too fast. Time to get out and reset the map.
Don't give it a chance to recover.
My health is draining and my life is draining. What the fuck? Chi. Please, break your fucking servers. Because that's better than this pile of shit. What the very much fuck is that? And now I need to kill things just to be able to use my potions again. You know, when I say that I have some issues with PoE 2, there you go. Yeah. They forgot to run the DB repair. They forgot to do something. Pull their heads out of their collective asses, maybe. That is actually just, it's a part and parcel of a change they made a couple of years ago to Path of Exile 1, which is Nemesis affixes on mobs. And if you get the wrong combination of affix on mobs, you can't kill them. Like, say that little fellow. Hey, how about I get a new instance for that map? Hi, Lone Star. Welcome back.
You sensed it too, did you? The spirit is near. Try keep up. Suffer. Don't lose sight of it.
Okay, is it going to do something? It's supposed to move.
No time to tarry.
Is it moving? It doesn't appear to be moving. I appear to have broken the event. That's optimal too. Wow. I mean, it's a terrible event anyway. It's not one you actually want to do anything with. Oh, well, here's one of the things we need to get. Oh, no, 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 no. That was close. Would not want to repeat again. Also, not a fan of fighting in very small spaces. It is contraindicated. It's fine, though. Really, it's fine. So can we get it to do its thing? No, we don't. It appears to be busted. It's not one I ever really wanted to do anyway, but that's fine. Not it has a significant reward. The real question, I suppose, is this indicative of the state of the game we can expect going forward? I always hated those mobs in PoE 1. The Devourers, they just suck. Well, actually, I guess technically they devour, so. Okay. Respond in just a second after I finish all these jerks off and freeze for a second. Played PoE when it first came out. Yeah, I tried it about 4 or 5 times, and every time I bounced off until they announced Abyss League. That sounded like fun, so I gave a bit more of a try to the very end of the Harbinger League, and that's when I started playing. So a while, but definitely not early on. See, I don't like things like that. That looks like everything else here, and I got caught on this row of rocks that basically you can't make out because it looks like everything else.
This looks sinister. Perhaps they Burst!
We need to clear out the area around the ritual, because otherwise you don't want to just pull, like, say, a random yellow mob in for no good reason. A haste aura and lightning damage. Yay! That was a sarcastic yay, in case I wasn't clear.
quick and lethal.
A warden bow. That's good news, because that's the flavor of bow I believe I want. Take a step away. We'll throw a scroll of wisdom at it. 12 to 20. I'm currently at 10 to 15, but I have attack speed. This one has attack speed, a little bit of accuracy. 1.29. 1.23. Slightly fewer attacks, but 12 to 20 instead of 10 to 15. I think this is a success. This one will do more damage. It's not great by any means. So we'll work our way around. Make sure that we're mostly clear around it.
I'll tame you yet.
Alright, so we got the checkpoint. We should be good to go. On the ritual. I said we should be good to go on the ritual. Why you gotta interrupt me? Make me look bad in front of my friends.
Grow.
Whoop! No, 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 no. Ooh, level 4 skill gem, very nice. We will summon Finn.
Wow.
Wasn't he in a Star Wars movie?
Ominous. So, something's Rob, please. Good luck, hero. For now, I'm gonna get while the getting's good.
See where we are. So we have finished off the Dryadic ritual and the ritual altar. We need to find the crow bell and the 2 exits from the map. And again, I'm caught on a wall that I can't see as a wall because it just looks like everything else. Up. Grab the orb. Another checkpoint, and this is leading to Freythorn. Gotta get the waypoint here. I will repeat my issues with not having a waypoint right
It's as though the
frickin'
trees
there.
themselves are watching me.
Close enough in this case. It's not always, because this one is a maze. I have in the past gone running around for a while before I found it. I stopped moving for no reason. It wasn't because I wasn't pressing the button. I can assure you of that. Getting some hitching. Find it funny that they have to run all the way around. Because like me, they can't get through the walls.
Meet your end.
That's just really dumb map design. I can't move around through it and they can't move around through it. I mean, it's at least it's fair, but it's dumb. Thing is, I see a lot of the streamer types, running, aggroing whole shitloads and stuff. I don't have the damage, the area damage to aggro whole shitloads and stuff. I just don't. It's not bad, but I sure as hell can't aggro 20 or 30 mobs at once and expect to survive. I don't think I remember this kind of bocage area quite being like that. Come on. I know you're there. Another checkpoint. This is the Ogum Farmlands. The other one we need for waypoint 4. That will just leave the Crow Bell that we need to find on this map. A reminder to those of you who are hanging around, it is a free weekend for PoE 2. So if you ever wanted to give it a shot but didn't want to drop the $30 or wait until it finally actually ships, you can try it out for the exceedingly low price of no monies.
Cultivate.
You freaking die? I'd forgotten. Whoop. Yay! A level and my first antler focus. I can be a druid ranger. Doesn't that make sense? I have another point. Increase projectile damage. One more, and we get enough int that we can use that extra support gem we've got squirreled away. How did that not hit any of them? I have questions. Crowbell. Looking for Crowbell. That is where Crowbell goes. So Crowbell's got to be over here. Uh-huh. The Great Hunt. Trail of the Beastmaster. Many years ago, there was a comedian who one of his jokes was HBO stood for Honey, Beastmaster's on. Making mock of their relatively small variety of movies they had. Crowbell.
That is
There he
unlike
is.
any bird I've seen. Suffocate. You won't escape.
You won't escape.
Scream all you like. It won't help you.
He's got a big bell. Always beware of an enormous thing with a giant bell. Not to confuse with a giant bell end, although maybe. Not that way. This way. Got him.
Not screaming anymore, are you?
What can we get rid of? There's got to be something we can get rid of. This should not be a 3-high object. I'm just saying that that's not a thing it should be. We have a book of specialization. That will be 2 weapon set passive skills, but we will lose the blue antler focus because we're not really interested in that anyway. I believe that's everything we need from this map. I mean, except there is the little critter thing back at the start that we can't activate that was like the stub end of a previous league. But I do have 2 more points, so a yay! 5 intelligence and 5 strength. I'm smarter and stronger. We'll see if we can activate this thing now or if it's actually just stuck. It appears to be stuck. What I will try to do is to jar it free by stepping back in with a reset instance. There's the stag.
I shall
Try keep up. Don't lose sight of it. Fancy seeing you here.
We'll see if it kills me. It is working. I believe it's going to infect a rare at some point.
Gotta pick up the pace.
Pick up the pace yourself, you yutz. Oh, yeah, here we go.
The spirit's made its choice. Time to finish this.
Well, as long as it stays stuck where it is. Whoop, it didn't. But we got it in.
There. Don't give up now. That were a good hunt.
It were, eh? It were a good hunt, eh? Don't need that. We'll grab the crossbow
got no
instead of
pack
it.
space for that.
This is a 4-high. Allow me to simply say, again, for emphasis, GGG, other game companies who perhaps are making an ARPG or an RPG or anything like that. This kind of inventory Tetris horseshit was bad when it was invented and it's pointless now. Have everything take up 1 square and just give us fewer squares. Thank you. It's easier on your art team. They don't have to make these beautiful looking assets. Rattling. Okay, that's one.
Aye. If we run enough of them.
All right, we got him taken care of. We can go back to town now. Victorious in that entire map. I need to AFK for just a sec. My cup runneth under. I've only had 2 so far. And I am returned. The AFK is off. I am no longer AFK. I am in front of K. Let's see. We want to talk to the hooded one so that he can identify all of our junk, which may or may not be junk.
Hello.
Una, what should we disenchant? That? That's not actually bad. No. That is a lot of stats, but I don't quite have enough strength for it. Ooh, +1 to Chaos Spell Gems. Must keep that.
It seems shadows haunt us
Might do
both.
Castery build another time. That's for the gems. We have another one of those. That's for the things to be destructificated. 35. Oh, this is better. A little bit of cold resistance and additional energy shield. And life. Gotta love that. And this goes in there as well. We go to Una. Hi,
Sorry,
Una.
I like to hold on to bits and pieces.
Sell that.
Any that catch your eye.
We slot that into the contagion. We can now unleash our contagions, which means contagion will hit a larger area. We have an uncut skill gem, and we will apply that to our vine arrow. No? Which one? Let's see. Yeah, that only increases the duration. It's the vine arrow for sure. We have everything. We do have everything. We have everything a young man needs. We're off to the Ogham farmlands, where we have to find a crop circle, Una's hut, the blacksmith's chest, and the entrance to Ogham village. No, first we have to go to Freythorn. That's right, Freythorn is first. Freythorn is first. And a friend of mine, and sometimes viewer around here, has come online to the game. I'm glad she gets some playtime in. All right. Here we are.
Face me. Burst.
Oh. Lots of purple buboes. And such. Another warden bow. We may want to try and play with that one. I mean, the one we got isn't terrible, just doesn't do much. The attack speed is nice, but it's not like gonna set the world on fire. I don't want to set the world on fire. I just want to set a fire in your heart. That one should poison out. He did indeed. All right, we'll come back over here. We need to do, I think, 3 of these rituals and then a 4th ritual that summons the King of the Wilds, something like that.
That voice.
He said Kolior Traveler. If you couldn't understand a word, I would completely understand why.
I can't believe it. The whole bloody
Now,
place
could be
is
worse.
gone mad, please.
There were entire
Hero.
parts of the voiceover in Soulframe that were completely couldn't understand a word they were saying if it wasn't for the closed captioning. I was surprised at how much I was liking the game until I rage quit. I wish game designers who want to do something inspired by Souls-alikes would just make fucking Souls-alikes. Stop trying to put Souls-alikes into your non-Souls games. Thank you. We don't need them in ARPGs, and we don't need them in our action games that are not Souls-alikes. All right, we have another ritual. I will take a moment to steel myself. I could understand that when he said be gone. He's not very welcoming.
Last one's
Okay. Now, for the first time, we're actually going to finish up one of the league mechanic things, I think. Bust these open and get a couple pieces of gold. I have no idea really what happens here. I saw a little bit about it. It involves sort of laying out a map and basically traveling back to the time of the Vol. And it seems like a more extended sort of gameplay element. But since you have to go through basically 7 maps to activate it. There we go. Energized beacons, 5 of 6. What? Energize 1 more beacon to enter the Vol ruins. But no. It's not 5 out of 6. What? Oh, there we go.
Job done.
Now we're going. All right, here we're going. It's time travel, baby. We're going back to the future. Wait, actually, no, we're going back to the past. Yeah, it's the past. Entering the Vol ruins. Here we go. My first go at the new league mechanic. You get to the end, you get to fight Atsiri before she gets corrupted, but she still has her 4 boobs. All right, we will, since there is a stash available here, we'll simply drop all of this stuff in here to get it out of our inventory. A dump tab, as it were.
This must grant access to
The temple console we'll use in a sec. I just want to poke around. It's my first time in here. I'm looking. The temple console is how you lay out the temple as you go through it. Basically, it'll be a long array of connected squares and rooms. Okay, so there is Itziri's chamber. There's the Architect's chamber. Defeating the Architect allows a selection of rewarding vaults and has a high chance of Zopek and Azkapa's medallions. I have no idea what that means. There's Itziri. We have here a guardhouse. From then on, we'll get 10% increase to the number of monster packs. Over here, the same. We have the path we lay out from room to room to room. We have a depot where humanoid monsters will be more dangerous. Oops. A guardhouse, which we have there and there. And the workshop, tier 3, has a high chance of Qui Palatal's medallion. May contain a bench allowing modification of equipment. And the rare monsters have a 8% increased effectiveness from the commander's chamber. Then there's the intersections for the paths. Those are the current room cards. Yes, I just poked that button. Okay, so. Run the temple. I wonder. Okay, I think what happens is, and we'll see, you have to get 7 of the mechanic completions in maps to open up the temple. Once the temple is open, I think I can only go to these locations. But then the next map I go to that has the League mechanic, instead of having to redo the whole thing through another 7, we continue on with this temple. That's my guess as to how it works.
The building, it's moving.
So in short, we have, I think, 6 rooms here. God, please go away. So we have like 3 rooms to the left and then 3 rooms a little bit further in and then to the right.
Whole place feels alive.
We have a crumbling plaque. Behold, illegible. Beod. What legible? Queen and you. Never forget this, and you shines from within all Vol. Good for us. Yep, there's the map. So we're here. We'll go into that room. We'll go there. And then we have a checkpoint. We have some critters.
Whoa! Prepare yourself.
Bizonk chest. That's totally Bizonk. A noble chest. Yep. Right, so we're here now, and we'll head back and... Right, so for now that's closed off. A greater life flask. That's a nice get. Okay, now heading in here, I think will be the guard room, the first guard room. Oh, we closed the door behind us, I do believe. Room completed. That wasn't particularly difficult room. Let's run around in here, see if there's anything else other than the workbench. Doesn't look like it. But we will make sure. Oh, Okay, so we have the workbench and augments rare equipment with a new random modifier. Am I wearing anything rare? I am. Just one thing, though. So it's got to be rare. Random modifier on my boots. Currently have energy shield. Let's say a resist would be nice. Life would be nice. We got additional mana. It's okay. It's not bad. So we have gone through here and here and here. We'll go here and then there. And I think, although I'm not positive, I think that closes it up until we go to the next map. That's my guess. Again, I do not know.
Flourish.
Lyra chest. Some gold. Bizank chest. Great hammer. Head over here, and this rejoins to the first room we were in. Or I think this is all closed off. It is. Okay. So then, so far, we have gone in here, to there, up to here, and I think we had this last room, and that's it. For this go into the temple, when next we enter the temple, some of these walls will have opened up. Or maybe I even get to choose which walls open up.
In my sight.
Okay. Temple is complete, so I was correct about how that would work. We have another exalted workbench. Augments are rare. Equipment with another. Well, okay. I think I can do it again. And we added movement speed. Very nice. Okay, so we have completed our first temple. Go through. Oh, this. So there's an icon. I want to make sure. Right, that's the other bench we used, I think. The other checkpoint. Okay, right. And so the temple is complete for now. Next time it will be larger. At least I assume that's the way it works. We'll come back here and we will go back to the Vol ruins. Close the temple. Okay, so that one room disappeared, and I think these will be open next time, I assume. I'm going to drop these into dump tab I just was using. What's that? That was it. Keep this on me in the hopes that 25% of life to mint. Well, it's more life at least. We'll head back out to Freythorn. All right, not too difficult, that first iteration anyway of the League mechanic.
Grow. I shall overcome.
so far workable. Another checkpoint. Another checkpoint. Whoops, we didn't want all of them at once. Thank you. Ooh, firm bracers. I like the firm ones. We've got another ritual altar, and then take care of this one right now. This is a bad choice by me. God damn it. Find your way to dying just a wee bit faster, that would be cool.
Suffocate.
Ding 13. Oops, over here.
Stupid cultists. This ritual is an affront
Maybe it's
to
4
nature.
rituals. And then you find the main one. Yeah, I guess it is. I guess it is, because here's the 4th. Need a sip. There we go. Say I'm not overly enthused with the amount of damage I'm doing just yet. There he is, the king. Unfortunately, I can't understand. He has a vocal symbol for one of his attacks that basically you're supposed to stop moving, and I can't make out a fucking word he says ever. I'm frozen in place. Fortunately, I'm on the other side of him. That's a plus. And he is one of my least favorite mechanics in these kinds of games. He's a multi-phase fight. With the life as the multi-phase. He gets all his life back for the second phase. If memory serves. Now, maybe not. Maybe I'm misremembering. That would be nice. But I'm pretty sure I'm not misremembering. There goes. He's got all the shield coming back. I am seen. Gate to nothingness. See, getting all the health back is a mechanic I just fucking detest. Don't bullshit me. Oblivion awaits us all. Dude. You are seen. I don't know if that's the one means that I'm supposed to move. There's one that's supposed to move, and one I'm not supposed to move. I have no idea, and I can't understand a goddamn word he's saying. You know what? He must be really annoyed now because he's dead. Go me.
Return to the void.
Turn to the void, indeed. Good call, me. We'll summon Finn.
So the cultists really did. Thank you, hero.
We'll get the cold charm. The entire charm system, by the way, in the game is a failure. Has been from launch. I have 30 to my spirit. I've got spirit. Yes, I do. I've got spirit. How about you? I feel dirty. Dirtier. Let's see. I can't afford that. No, I can. I can't use that. +1 to level of lightning spell. So that's a good one for a possible future thing. Physical damage and attack speed. That's okay. If I was going to do that. None of these are of any use at all to me in my current iteration, but that one may be a future build. I think we have cleared out this map. We have indeed. Back to town, methinks. Uh-huh. Next up, Ogum. My damage is still pretty crap, not gonna lie. Alright, first thing we do, we ID all of our items.
Move swiftly.
Yes.
Oh, that's right. I could have put an additional affix on my gloves. Bad lens. Lens, you've been bad. You'll have to be spanked. I don't have enough int for that. Int, life. And it includes int. You know, they should let you put it on, and if it has int and it raises you above the level, you can wear it. If it doesn't, then it has no effect. I mean, physically, I should be able to put that on and have it raise my int. All right, this goes there, and now we actually have a decent heal potion compared to the other one.
Sorry,
Una?
it was just I like to hold on to bits and pieces. Any that catch your eye?
We will slot that.
It seems shadows haunt us both.
We have our uncut spirit gem, which is cool. That's where the future items are, for other builds are going, aren't they? I think. I have 2 for those? No. These are the ones that are for the blacksmith. Right. Where's the dump tab? Where did I put up the dump tab? Not here? I've lost my dump tab. There it is. Oh, that's not the dump tab. That's the smith's tab. There's the dump tab. And we'll have these all be ID'd by the hooded one.
How can I advise you? Thank you.
We'll go back over to Una. Regal Shard. Got a lot of felt caps. Absolutely none of those were of any good whatsoever. We will.
It seems shadows haunt us both.
Gotta be getting close to our first regal. We must have a regal, right? We have 2 regals, so we can regal if we need to. But we are going to try and see if we can't get something out of this bow. Normal item with a magic modifier. We want attack speed in the suffix and flat damage in the prefix. That gave us fizz damage and accuracy in the prefix, the hybrid. That's actually not bad. And this will give us a suffix. Gain 3 mana per energy kill, or per enemy killed. Yeah, that one is pretty bad. 14 to 24. That one's got an increased attack speed. This one's got a better chance to chain. Let's see. What's the command to just look at the... No, that's the passive skill tree. Wrong button. Skills panel. So right now, our Fine Arrow is doing 54 DPS. Our Poison Burst is doing 62 DPS. So that's 62 and 54. 66 and 57. The new one is, in fact, better. Not much, but,
Sorry,
you know.
I was just elsewhere.
Beggars can't be choosers. I don't think I want to spend a regal on it yet because there's no guarantee I'd get an actually good thing. I am tempted to drop an orb on it to increase flat damage, cold, fire, fizz, an additional 14%. Doesn't quite feel worth it. Oh my god. Let's see. So, give me a sec here. Check my gems. To check my gems. Thank you. Jeez. Vine Arrow is going to get... Oh, we already got Swift Afflict on that. We got Contagion. Then we're going to probably need that for prolonged duration on Withering Presence, because now we should be able to get Withering Presence as our Spirit Gem. Maybe? Withering Presence is a level 4. Why not have? I don't have the int. I do not have the int. Does it let you? I believe I can respec 1 point.
What have you learned?
The winds changed direction.
To int. It will cost me 145 of my gold. I've got another int. Can we use it now? Can we use it now? Wither. I think it was 21. I can use it. Yay! There was much rejoicing. Withered applies 5% increased chaos damage taken and can be inflicted up to 10 times. That's the one we want. That's the one we've got. And it's activated. And the support we want on that is prolonged duration, making the duration last longer. Because it currently lasts 6 seconds. Prolonged duration indeed. And there we go. And our level is currently 14, 15, 13. Okay, this is listed as the build that I'm following is listed as those of the gems through level 13, which is where I am. Surprise, surprise. And those are my objectives then for 14. Got it. Basically, until I get something to add an additional gem. Oh, I guess we get one more support gem for escalating poison. No. What we got? A magnified area and pierce on poison burst. Really? Well, let me see what we can do. All gems. Pierce. Yeah, I can cut a pierce. So pierce and magnified area for poison burst. The escalating poison goes into vine arrow. Pierce goes on there. So pierce in concentrated area. Unleash. Yep. Escalating poison and concentrated area. Magnified area. Concentrated area. Oh, I guess the swift afflict comes out and is replaced with concentrated area, smaller area. And withering has the prolonged duration. So we need concentrated area. And what's the second one? Another constant? No, magnified area for poison burst area. Magnified area. Oop. Okay, so concentrated area replaces swift afflict. Says it can't. That's pierce. Duh. I'm confused. Escalating poison and magnified area. Pierce and concentrated area. Pierce and magnified. What? Escalating poison. Are they both magnified? No. Toxic growth. Toxic growth? I don't have toxic growth yet. That's why I'm confused. Okay. Swift afflict stays in vine arrow. Hold on. My bad. I have failed you and feel shame. I don't have toxic growth yet. Do I have a spell for toxic growth, or is it higher level? We will find out. Toxic growth is a 5. Okay, so sadly we have to go back to where we were. My apologies. The poison burst has escalating and concentrated. Concentrated. Contagion, correct, has Unleash. Vine Arrow has Swift afflict. Now, so we're good for now. Those will be used soon, but not just yet. Thank you for your patience. And everything, yeah, let's see if Renly's got anything particularly outstanding.
On your honor.
Take a look.
Not good enough. Not bad, but I don't think good enough. I don't think the elemental damage, I don't think any of that is applied to the poison. So if it had physical damage and lightning damage, a little extra lightning damage would be fine, but in this case, I don't think any of that converts. So we are off to Ogum. There we go. Anyone have any plans of significance for the weekend? Obviously, I'm playing this. I may also, there are a couple other games that have my interest, and I may bust one of them out off stream. I've got friends who are, what's the other one? What's the other game that's similar to Factorio? I can't remember the name. Anyway, they love that game. And I think at least one of them has played Factorio as well. Well, as a former PoEer, you can, if you choose, always give this one a shot for free.
Too slow.
Satisfactory. They're big Satisfactory nerds, and there's a new early access sort of Satisfactory Factorio type of game out that seems more up my alley. It's basically alchemists, sort of a medieval alchemist setting up an automated system. That's for whatever reason that sounds like more fun to me, and it's 10% off, and it's like $18. So I may be doing that off stream. On stream, I am looking at sort of a puzzle game in the near future called Seance at like Blake Manor or something like that. From the same company that published Blueprints, which is my game of the year. That will probably be getting played next week. How long I'll be spending in PoE 2, I don't know. If the build starts picking up, I'm more likely to continue to play longer. Because right now the build it's not bad, it's just not good yet. And PoE is just a lot more fun when your build is solid. And that's true for 1 and 2. I want to be able to shoot the chickens. Why can't I shoot the chickens? We got dead cattle everywhere, but I can't shoot a chicken. Yes, 110 gigabyte is what I saw on the download yesterday. In their defense, it's a great looking game. But yes, it is not for the meek of heart or the short of disk space. Dagnabbit Lens, would you stop hitting the wrong buttons with your fat fingering bullshit? You're not using the damn lightning arrow anymore. Let's yoink the fine arrow to there. Fine arrow to there. Nothing to there. And we'll drop lightning arrow there if we need it. Okay. Q and E. I will now promptly forget that the things I want are Q and E. Well, I didn't entirely forget.
Suffocate!
Suffocate. Oh, gold. Gotta go back for the gold. But the only recommendation I can give if you're going to give PoE 2 a try is be aware that it's going to be slower going in the start. And you probably want to play WASD movement. All right, this gets us through to Ogham Village, where we'll want to grab a waypoint. Which leads us to Ogham Castle, and eventually Ogham himself. And that's the big fight that ends the first act. My first time through in the game, in the first act, all the way through, I died 4 or 5 times. 2 or 3 times I died to one of the bossy mobs, one-shotting me with a mechanic I didn't know, so I learned the mechanic from one death. And then the other 2 deaths were on the chapter boss, and the second death was just a whisker of life he had left. So almost 4 deaths through the entire first act. The first time I played as an old man. So there. Ooh, Researcher's Strongbox. So there's your objective to aim for. Beat the old man. Freezes you when attacked. I'm not happy with freezing ever.
Always worth a peek.
Oh, that's a lot of badness. Oh my god. Did that have to be so many of them, really? And that they're all so freaking fast? I don't really think that was necessary, you know? Oh, that was... No, we do not want to die. We do not want to die to this. There is something extra bad in there, and I'm not sure. Oh, periodic invulnerability is another one of those bullshit mods they've added to the game. Come on, man.
Barely broke a sweat.
That's not true at all. I didn't barely break a sweat. I was sweating like a stuck pig. Extra fire damage from those minions. And 2 yellow bosses out of that. Great. Or I pulled an extra one from the general vicinity. Whoa! Okay. 2 exalted orbs and 2 runes, along with multiple transmutes and augments. I'm going to go out on a limb and say, worth it. The fight was very unpleasant. The reward was worth, I'm going to say.
Flourish.
2 exalts, pretty big.
Nowhere to run.
Oh, this... Now that's just no fair. Earlier you didn't allow me to shoot the chickens, but now there are chickens that are corrupted and attacking. That's not fair. I just think fairness requires that if they can attack me, I should be able to attack them, whether they're infected or not. Now, it's a rotting crow. Still, poultry, come on. Fair is fair. That's all I'm saying. All I want is fairness, you know? That's actually not true. I don't want fairness. I want to be overpowered. I want my freaking power fantasy. A warning, at low levels, yeah, PoE 2 is not about the power fantasy. At high levels, it's every bit as much about the power fantasy as PoE 1 is. In fact, one of my issues about it is that I've mentioned before, they talked about wanting to slow the game down, but at the end game, it's as fast as it ever was. But in the early game, it's definitely not. Could you all just be infected with that poison? Isn't that great? Oh, and you ran in just in time to catch some too. It's nice, isn't it? Checkpoint is this. Ah, this is the crop circle.
Easy trophy.
Another level? Oh, you shouldn't have. You're too kind. It's 5 for the toxic growth. Curse your eyes. What else do we have in this map? All right, we've got the blacksmith chest and Una's hut.
Flourish.
You guys can just die of poison. If dying in a fire is not available right now, that is that's in the DLC. We have a trunk. It had junk in it. That's the way this build should work. When it's working right, when I'm working it right. Let's get that straight.
Submit.
Basically, I poison one, and they hit them with contagion as well, and they all end up contaging out. Like that. See? Stop shooting, and they'll just all die. Ooh, Superior Warden. 14%.
Got no pack space. For
Oh,
that.
would you stop? Already. Here we are again with the fucking Tetris. It's just such a horseshit mechanic. We've already come all the way around, so we need to, where are we? No, not that way. Alright, we need to find the Smith's tools and Una's loot. That's L-U-T-E, not L-U-L-O-O-T, sorry.
Suffer.
Safa. Where are we? Why are you still alive? Is there a way through down here? I do not think so. There is not. We'll head this way then. I don't know if this map has a static or dynamic layout. But if it's static, I don't know it, so it doesn't really much matter. In terms of practicality, yeah, it doesn't really Okay, we're looking for Una's place, he keeps repeating. Una, have you guys seen Una? This is one of them. I think this is Una's. I'm not sure that the Smiths isn't actually in town. Oh, God. And I will repeat again, yet again, that quest items have no place in your inventory. They are an enormous extended middle finger to your player base.
If you ask me.
Please, just cut it the fuck out. Well, it's in Ogham Village. That's Ogham Village. That's Una's hut. We're in the farmlands. That's in the village. That's in the village. We found everything in the farmlands. We just need to turn Una's loot back to Luna. And I am going to AFK for a second. I'm going to refill my cup. I'm going to take a little side trip. I'm back. So my perception of quest items going into your inventory and taking up space is a pretty simple one, and it's the image of Chris Wilson, or possibly, probably not Mark, but Jonathan from GGG, sitting in their chair, leaning back and pleasuring
You
themselves,
found my
thinking
loot.
about it.
I think I shall begin by.
Another book of specialization with 2 more weapon points. Basically, spec points. That's good enough for us to get 10% more poison damage, basically. Increased magnitude. And 25% chance to attacks to maim on hit against poisoned enemies. And increased magnitude of poison iron. Very nice. Alright, so we're going to try to craft with that one. That one goes into the to be deconstructed by the smith pile, as does that one. Those are going to get ID'd and
The village has been we must
disenchanted.
move swiftly.
Sorry, I was just elsewhere.
Just like the original, your not your inventory storage, but the stash. But anything you bought in PoE 1 in terms of like stash, you have in PoE 2. So I have a shitload of stashes in PoE 2. Haven't bought any. And in time, theoretically, all of the cosmetics you have from PoE 1 will come to PoE 2. Not there. There. Back to order. So you can see all these stash tabs I have. I bought those all in PoE 1. Yeah, we want that in poison first. And we're going to try and see if we can get lucky and craft something better than this. What do we need? Realistically? We need either increased physical damage, or flat physical damage, or accuracy, attack speed. Those will definitely, if they're decent values, be enough to make this bow an improvement. If we can get 2 of the 3, we'll be golden. Here we go. Adds 6 to 7 physical damage. We're winning. That was a big win. Can we get attack speed? Oh, come on, attack speed would be I would touch myself. I have no choice now. I have to touch myself. I said it. I'm touching myself. I'm even doing so below the waist. This is such a huge improvement. So, let's see. And I'm going to actually burn one of my regals on it, and then probably an exalt as well. And I am going to throw a robust or an iron rune at it to increase its physical damage. That's how good this one is. This is about the best case I could get for those 2 crafting orbs that I just applied. So currently, we have 72 and 57 from my primary damaging things. 72 and 57. 101 and 81. In other words, that went up by 29 out of 72. That is better than a third. Almost 40% increased damage. This is good. I'm going to burn a Regal. It'll add a modifier. If we get percent physical, we're happy in the pants. Gain life on enemy killed. Nah, not good. I'm going to also burn 1 Exalt. +1 to level of projectile skills. That's really good. So, you may remember those were at 101. 109 and 87. They now act as if they're a level higher, and I'm also going to burn my one and only Artificer's Orb to add a socket. And we're going to use a Lesser Iron Rune. We don't, let's see, that's Strength, no, and those are elemental damages. And we want to do a 14% increase. Which means we were at 72. We're now at 121. That's a 49 point per second increase from 72. So that's what? Almost 60% more damage. Before PoE was released, you bought some kind of early access thing for $20, and you got a mini pen of a Kiwi. Wonder what that would transfer over. It should. It absolutely should. Now, they haven't transferred a bunch of stuff over yet. I can actually show you. Give me just a sec. I just want to point out again that went about as well as it conceivably could. We want to disenchant that.
Hello.
Hi, Una. Would you disenchant my X-bow, please? Thank you so much. So, MTX. Cosmetics. These are the helmet skins I currently have available to me. That's probably, I don't know, maybe 20% of the ones that I have on PoE 1. Mask of the Vol, Helmet of the Abyssal, Exile's Hood. I'm going to I will equip it from that character, and now I have a cool looking hood. Looks like I have like darkness and I think stars inside where my head should be. I also now can get the smoking pipe. I think that's new. You get that this season. Halo of the Righteous. I'm not righteous, so I can't do that. Autumn Night body armor. Well, I think I can do that. Yeah, that looks pretty nice. Gloves. What do we have in the way of gloves? Sin gloves. Autumn Night. We'll go with the Autumn Night. I have a sneeze coming. I can feel it. Oops. Hold on. Apologies. Sneeze completed. Successfully. No brains came out, so that's a win for me. Armor attachment. Cape of the Abyssal. Exile's Cloak. Hands of Zesht. The Hands of Zesht is nice, but it's a bit over the top. Hunter's Trophy backpack. That sounds appropriate. After all, I am a rangery type, right? Amulet skin. I'm going to assume those are visual effects. You don't actually see the ring or whatever. Dagger, wand, claw, sword, or bow. Yeah, let's go with the bow. My bow now looks like a cooler bow. Do we have a weapon effect? We do not. A weapon added effect. Sunpriest's Incineration adds a rare finisher to any weapon. It amplifies the deaths of rare monsters you kill. I have, that sounds cool. Executioner's Guillotine, sure, why not? So those are all of the, I showed you all the skins I have, which are, some are from PoE 2, but a lot are from PoE 1. They have not done an enormous amount of work of converting a whole lot of the cosmetics. And I wonder if, in fact, there might be an issue that they're running into that it's going to make it difficult for them to live up to that. They haven't said anything. I have no special knowledge, obviously. All right, we are off to Ogham Village. We have the Executioner, who's by where you exit the map, so we won't miss him, and Renly's Workshop for the hammer, so that Renly can deconstruct items with quality or sockets and get a crafting bit out of them.
Cultivate! I shall overcome.
Would you all stop coming one at a time? That's just rude. Come as a group so that I can kill you as a group. That's just courtesy. PoE 2 continuation of the story from PoE 1. It takes place a few years later. There will be at least one character I know of for sure that you'll recognize from PoE 1. But I think it's a relatively small number of years, like, I don't know, between like 5 and 15, something like that. I'm not sure of the exact numbers. I wouldn't want to spoilerize you by telling you the at least one that you will recognize. Fall over dead. Whoop. You can all just poison each other for all I care. The Count's decree.
By decree of the Count of Ogham, your whispering and conspiring has not.
The Count of Ogham has been going insane for a while, it seems like.
I hear your mockery. However, your plots against me all lay dead in their tracks. Every villager must report to the manor immediately for questioning. I alone will crush this revolt. Anyone who resists will not only be considered a criminal, but an avowed traitor.
Sort of a short version of what's going on is the corruption of the beast has been kind of dug up.
Cultivate!
Okay, well, we're poking around. Ah, excellent choice. And your tipple of choice, or at least of this evening, is precisely what? Snorting tequila. Sorry, I was just saying that for the YouTubers. He didn't say that. I said that. And you can't trust anything I say, realistically. Rum and Coke, excellent choice. The Courtyard of Death. That's where I hang out. This is the Executioner. almost ran right into him. That was not my intention, I can assure you. Almost got him. Got him. Now we got to take care of all his little friends.
Sage is dulled. Count Gianor's mongrel is no longer.
Apparently, are really big on coming one at a time. You'll still need to poke around in this map for a while because we got to find the Smiths. I'm pretty sure they're by the cemetery gate. That's an old guy music reference. I hope at least one of you enjoyed that. Oh, you shit. You little shit. Alright. We'll pull the lever and let her go. I believe I may have mentioned in the past that rum was always a great memory eraser for me. The local grocery stores where you live make seasonal pumpkin-flavored soft drink this time of year. Good with spiced rum. That makes sense that it would be good with spiced rum. No. Regular rum I'm not seeing, but the spiced rum makes sense for sure. All right, we got her out. We're going to go to the manor ramparts. Again, we're going to find the waypoint. It's just one of those. This is one of those problems. I can't believe that they decided that this is what they're going to go with. And a lot of the checkpoints inside maps were added later because players were going, "What the bleep are you doing?" There's the waypoint. Excellent. Hello? Really? I can't get back out? That's what I meant when I talked about how goddamn stupid some of the Manor Ramparts, back to Aquaman. How stupid some of the quest flow and game flow, map flow is. All right, I need to find the Smith.
Flourish.
I heard something go thump. What the hell went ka-thump? Several things went ka-thump. Okay, this should be the Smiths. I mean, I heard some ka-thumps out there. I'm not sure what was dropping. Or where. I mean, those were some pretty noisome ka-thumps. Did I, like, leave something dying back here somewhere? I mean, there's a lesser mana flask. That dropped. I don't see anything anywhere in the general vicinity at all. So I have no idea what incredibly valuable items I might be leaving behind. It makes me sad. Fine. That's an incredible troll. The sound of fat loot, and nothing is to be seen. Like, I won't make any more weird plaintive noises at you right now.
What have you learned?
What have I learned?
Short. Make haste.
For what it's worth, it isn't worth.
Welcome back. Uncut skill. Gem of level 5.
There is only one.
And she wants me
Exile
to
on the map.
kill the count. How convenient. I was planning on doing that anyway. Renly is back. Let's see. Glacial, Storm, Iron. Well, yeah, we're probably going to want
You found my
more
tools.
iron.
Stick to the cairns.
Let's see. $19 to $32. $23 to $35. That one's almost as good. Accuracy, fizz, critical damage. I'm not doing criticals very often, so it's not a bad bow. It's just not quite as good as the one that I made. Because when it comes to crafting, PoE 2 hardly counts. That's not true at the end game. Crafting is real in the end game. Early on, it is pure gamble box. I'm not strong enough to wear that. Which is fine. I don't need to wear that anyway.
It is good to see you.
Disenchant. Disenchant. We have 35 energy shield. That's 56 energy shield. And that's 29 life and a little bit of cold. Yeah, we'll go with that instead. Yep. Good. Regal shard. 2 regal shards. Excellent.
It seems shadows haunt us both.
Ooh, we got another Artificer's Orb. Excellente. We need to sell the Changeling Talisman. I have no idea why I picked it up. I probably just clicked on it without
Makes
noticing.
fun of my collection, but I think it's charming.
That's a 5. Now we can do toxic growth, but we don't have enough dexterity. Why do we not have enough dexterity? Do we have something? Are we wearing something with intelligence now that we weren't? Because we added 10 to our int. We needed 21, so we can't move 5 off. But we can't use that yet until we get something with some dexterity on it. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's definitely not pissing me off. I mean, that's just definitely what's not happening right now. Definitely. Infiltrating the manor is where we go. Really? Can we not? We've got enough stuff we can throw. We have 3 pieces of jewelry that we can throw some orbs of transmutation. Let's go. Dex, thank you. Might as well throw the others on. Lightning damage. Life, very helpful. Let's throw orbs of augmentation on them as well. Cold damage, a little extra damage is never a bad thing. Rarity, meh. Health and life, or life and life regen. I like that amulet. That's my favorite amulet that I'm currently wearing. You can also throw an augment on the belt. A little extra, physical thorns. That's not exciting. Everything everything else is set. Okay, we actually now can use this thing for the thing that we needed, and we can now reset our gems to the post level 14 item selection. I do believe we need toxic growth. Fire a rain of toxic pustules into the air. The pustules deal damage on impact then detonate after a delay. They can also be poisoned by causing them to detonate faster and more violently. You know, that just sounds delightful to me. Where do we want it? I guess it goes into the R spot. So, now we're going to give me a moment here as I need to move some stuff around. Poison Burst gets escalating poison and conk. Oh, no, I'm looking at the wrong one. There we go. Poison Burst gets magnified area and pierce. Magnified area and pierce. Lightning arrow comes out. We don't use that anymore around here. Okay, Contagion has Unleash and continues to have Unleash. Vine Arrow has Swift Afflick, keeps Swift Afflick. Toxic Growth gets escalating poison and conk area. Withering Presence keeps what it's got. All right, we have rearranged our skillies to be facing off with the big bad guy inside the building. I think there's one other thing in the building besides the boss. Well, I mean, a lot of other things, but one other event type thing that we need to get into the manor rampart. Oh, that's right. We got to fight our way across the ramparts to get to the manor itself.
Flourish. Monstrosity.
Dead end. I have a gift for finding those. A rare gift. Few people are so blessed with dead end finding skills. Quite to match mine. I'm not sure what my rotation is supposed to be. Kind of have... Well, I assume for bosses and stuff, it's going to be all of it. For, single target stuff, it's going to be all of it at once. These things, that's right, they drop poop on the ground, and it's not pleasant poop. It's like the unpleasant kind of poop. Right now, somebody out there is going, there's a pleasant kind of poop? No, not really. Well, I mean, necessary. Yeah, I'm going to have to figure out the rotation for, batches of mini-mobs and whatnot. And something is throwing fire and crap at me. Gotta say, I have more worse experiences with courtesans than I've ever had in my real life. would you stop throwing shit at me? It's pissing me off, bro.
Quicken the wild.
Another level? Oh, you shouldn't have. Actually, they should have. But I have to scroll down now. In the build guide I'm following, check out where I go next. Levels 14 through 21. Okay. We've got that and those. We need more decks, I think. As we are going southeast, 2 more. And then here and here for more poison stuffs. Targets can be affected by an additional poison. That'll make it 3 instead of 2. And this one is poison duration. Skill effect duration. I'm guessing that is all of them, and then the poison is on top of that just for poison. I'm assuming.
In my sight.
All this shiny stuff on the ground there. Yeah, that's when I refer to poop. I'm referring to bad stuff on the. Okay, yeah, that definitely is very nice for batches. A wicker tiara. It's so me. I'm definitely a tiara kind of guy. Yeah, that's the thing. I can get off 2 attacks. I kind of need 3 if I'm going to be using the explodey bits. So I think for dealing with just regular batches of mobs, we use the same rotation we were using previously. Which is like the clutching vines thing or whatever it is. Vine arrow and then poison burst arrow. Toxic growth we use for slow moving targets and rares. That seems to be sort of the way we're looking at it right now. We're at the gallows. This is where they were hanging me at the start of the game. Such memories it brings back, you know? Gosh. It just seems like a few hours ago.
Bust.
Grab the checkpoint. You see, I shouldn't have to move that close to the checkpoint. That should just unlock when I get anywhere in vicinity. I kind of have a hate boner for that kind of area thing where it's a movement thing like a waypoint or a stable master or a flight master in WoW or the checkpoints here. You shouldn't have to click on them, let alone, or you shouldn't have to get close, let alone click on them. If you're anywhere in the vicinity, they should just unlock. There's friction and frustration. Having to click on it is friction. Realizing you didn't click on it and you have to run all the way back is frustration. I'm going to cut this guy down. He drops a support gem because, hey, the dead can be nice too. See that red, wet looking puddles on the ground? Yeah, those are degen pools. Other large ones too, I'll note. We are almost to the entry to the manor. Pretty close. Ooh, greater mana flask. You would like that, please. Plus, it's magical. Oh, it's magic. You know. Yeah. You think there might be a problem going on here? Red globules sort of clustered up in an uncomfortably organic looking way. That's not normal.
Flourish!
Vol Beacon. Oh, that's not good. I had really thought that after you got the 7 Vol Beacons and you opened up a little bit of the temple, the next time you found a Vol Beacon, you'd be able to go back into that same temple. But it looks like it's every 7 you get to go in. And we had, what, like 6 rooms in there? That's a really slow League mechanic. Really slow to access. That's disappointing. I mean, I like what we've seen of the League mechanic so far. All right. Candy Graham. Ogham Manor. 3 floors I think we have to work our way through to get to the boss. My favorite part about the boss is a part where, or several parts where he recites a poem. It's really artfully done, as strange as it may be to hear me describe an encounter in an ARPG is artfully done, and yet here I am telling you, yeah, kind of artfully done. I'm gonna head back to town real quick.
How can I be of aid?
Would you identify these items for me?
Whatever
Thank you,
it
sir.
takes.
It is good to see you.
Let's see. 2 to 5 fizz, 2 to 24 lightning. Nope. Nope. So, we have in here. Oh, we never did. First things first. Grab that. Come over here. We'll refill it. Right. We'll put away the bits and pieces that we currently have. It's another tier 5, huh? I don't think we want another tier 5, so what we do is we upgrade. Slight increase in the burst radius and the poison duration. This one gives us slightly more chaos damage per second, which I think we want. So we upgrade that one first. We put this down here. Pardon the sort of belchiness going on there. I'm gross and disgusting. I know. All of these and the rest of that tab are all
How's
getting
the clearing?
getting salvaged at the bench. For quality scraps and socketing scraps. Oh no, we want to keep that one. That's one we want to keep. Whatever was I thinking? Where are we keeping those? That's where we're keeping. There we go. We'll get the rest of this salvaged out too. That was a 20% bow. Pretty impressive, actually. 11, socket, socket to me. And so all of that managed to give us another Artificer's Orb for adding sockets, which is good. Scraps to increase the quality of an armor, Artificer's Shards, and Blacksmith's Whetstones. The Whetstones increase quality, which will increase the damage on this. 1 or 2% each. We're at 14, so we don't have a whole lot more to go. Oh, we'll just take 2 of them. A little bit extra. We went from 14% to 20% on quality. A little bit more damage. Wrong button. Wrong button. So right now, our Poison Burst Arrow is at 133 DPS, the Vine Arrow at 114, and the Toxic Growth at 43, but it does most of its damage when it explodes, which it doesn't list. I'm going to take a real quick AFK and refill my coffee cup again. Coffee? My coffee cup. Yeah, this ain't coffee. No longer AFK. All right, I think we got everything. We have our, if you'll pardon the phrasing, we've got our shit together. Or do we? Okay, I do have Withering Presence activated. That's good. Wasn't certain I did. Yeah, the spirit's at 0. Okay, we are back to Ogham Manor. I think 3 levels on the map. There is, there is the Candlemas and Count Geonor. So there's Candlemas and the boss. So one event encounter thing.
Prepare yourself.
And the boss. I expect I will probably die to Geonor. Geonor's a tough fight, and I haven't done it in a while, so...
Suffocate.
Getting the timing down, particularly on the dodges in the poetry phase that I was just talking about, that I mentioned I particularly like. It's probably my favorite boss that they've ever done in either of the PoE games, simply because they took the time to do something clever and nifty that had nothing to do with mechanics. Socket. Socket to me. Sorry. Another vault beacon. That's 2. I think Candlemas is on the 2nd level. I'm not sure. I can't remember. My brain, you know, he's not so good anymore. Once upon a time, my brain, really good. Brain, not so good anymore. Now we have to wait, because we don't want to go through the poop, because the degen field, degen's pretty freaking quick. And down below we can see Count Geonor, and there is the remnant of the beast. You can see it's in a cage, big red tentacles coming out. And they're doing something else down there. It's I'm sure they're just getting ready for like a costume party or something. It'll be fine. Checkpoint. This should be Candlemas. Using this level. Hi, Candlemas. The Psalm of Madness. Well, I'm sure this is nothing.
First ones, hear our lament.
Oh wait, it's not nothing.
Sanity recedes ever further into the
It's
dark.
Candlemas.
Shadows hover above us, in the corners, watching and waiting. What sickness has come among us that so unsettles our minds? It sits, poised to strike. Nowhere is safe.
Blow up on him. More of them blow up on him. That was not good. Not happy about that. We stunned him. We got him.
Is there nothing safe from corruption?
We got a essence which grants us 20 maximum life. Since we're sitting at 266, that is a not insubstantial amount. All right, so that just leaves Geonor himself.
In my sights. Suffer.
One thing I've never liked about either of the PoE games is that the minions are often more annoying than the mobs that generate them, than the rares.
Barely broke a sweat.
So at this point, my intent is to get to Geonor, kick his butt, and then probably call it an evening. All right, we are going down to the next level. Kicking his butt, probably after he kicks my butt a time or two. After all, my reactions are a tiny bit slowed, presumably, because I've been drinking, but the truth of the matter is also, in my past, given the amount of drunk gaming I have done, I have discovered that in some cases, a little bit of inebriation can actually improve my gameplay in some cases. Simply because I relax, I'm more zen and less focused. And I'm not even making that up.
Yes, another one. He's under there.
Suffer.
Oh, nice popping. I would like to thank all of those things that popped and killed the bad man. Oh, Okay. Oh, holy crap, this guy hits hard. Reviving minions in a trail of fire. I was standing in his trail of fire and didn't know it. Okay. That's another level for me, because I'm cool. Alcohol kills the weak brain cell so the strong one can survive. Alcohol makes you smarter. Well, it doesn't sound like it makes sense, but I'm sold. Oh, we'll go with dexterity. After all, we've got one more of the any affix, any stat. The rattling scepters. I always want to take rattling scepters because good ones are so good if you're playing a minion build, say like a Necro or something. And that is one of the builds that I tend to enjoy playing. These pools of degen are particularly annoying in the house here because of the very narrow nature of the hallways. There's no way for me to get through that without taking like a third of my life in degen. Now, mind you, I'm quite the expert on degeneracy. So... that's probably not exactly the same. All right, here we go, down. I believe we have one more set of... we have an elevator that will take us down to face the bad man. The sad man. This is the bedroom, theoretically, of the Count and his wife, but I believe his wife is dead. If I haven't mentioned it, Mr. Wolf, if I may. I am very pleased that you have decided to pipe in and become active in chat. As surprised as I was to get the message of, I believe it was 25 consecutive, you are a positive boon to the chat. Thank you. I have a better time, and I think I'm a better streamer when I have an active chat. So, thanks. Oh, thought I'd killed him. We have a chest. If we didn't, our arms would fall off.
That would only slow me down.
I don't think it would slow me down that much. I'm going to go back to town. Because going back to town after dealing with Geonor with loot and stuff can cause some weird interactions in my experience.
Quickly. Move swiftly.
Iona.
Good to see you.
Let's see. Transmutes. Level of fire spell skills. Again, I have no idea if I'm going to play a second build. And if I'm... an Alk. Very nice. And if I am, what I'm going to play. But I want to keep my options open. So spell damage and +1 to level of fire spell skills is good. And the other things here go to the salvage bench to get salvaged. Boop, boop, boop. Yeah, it doesn't make a clanging noise when you salvage things, which is weird. It goes boop. Who would have thought that? Certainly not I. I do have the affinity set. Yeah, I do have the affinity set. Back we go to Manor. Now I can pick up that damn quarterstaff because it's just the best quarterstaff in the world. Hey,
Flourish.
hey, you guys. Come on, man. I'm busy here. I'm a busy man. Doing busy man things. I have no idea. That's not the way to go. That's a whole lot of degen there. More degen. It's just so annoying with, you know, all of these tight spaces to have all that degen. Door? Oh, is this like the bedroom or? No, I guess it's a storage room. I don't remember this one specifically. Am I missing anything in here? No, it doesn't look like it. All right. It's just sort of a little side room. I wish they did more with little bits and pieces like that that don't necessarily have any story or real game significance, but just sort of extra rewards for exploration. I've mentioned before, I am big on explorative gameplay. I always find it fun to just poke around in things and places. All right, here's the checkpoint. We're about to get to Count Geonor. We're going to try and kill each other. I think he's probably going to succeed. I can succeed only once. He can succeed multiple times. So my money's on him. But I'm going to give it my best shot because you deserve it. I'm going to swap those. There we are. All right, here we go.
Interloper has the power we need. Kill her, and you shall have everything I promised.
No noose this time. I'll remove your head myself.
Many have tried.
Easy, Ray. Bend the knee. Run, little rabbit.
That hurt. Not a fan.
First one's iron. First dawn's frost.
You'll note, he becomes a wolf. I didn't want that. Damn it.
Agnar, to me, your Boyana. Open the cage. Release the beast. Give me what you promised.
I think so.
Eek.
No, not more. Since you are too weak to do the job, I'll find someone who can. Goodbye.
You manipulative whore. How dare you abandon me after all I've given you?
And now he goes into real beast mode, if you will.
Desolation. I will take out your heart
Flourish.
and savor each bite.
He's poetrying.
Souls to suffer pain. Desolation. I smell your blood. And I am ravenous.
Now it really begins.
And now the wound. And now the impaler. As swift as death. And imbued by the moon. Cursed or gifted. Branded and afflicted. Your veins
That was bad.
shield. And now shall slay again. Freezing bed. I smell your blood. And I am ravenous. Requiem on high.
That shouldn't have hit me. Fuck. Oh, there's the first death. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, Lone Star. Gosh, I'm sorry. You're right. Killing wolves. Now I feel bad. Okay, so. They're not really wolves.
Yup.
They are evil spirits that have taken the shape of wolves, but are actually they're cats in disguise. How's that? By the way, the possibility does exist that I'll get killed here like 3 or 4 times, and I'll want to just call it. My single target ain't great.
No noose this time. I'll remove your head myself.
Many have tried. Burst!
Easy prey. You'll pay with your life. You will falter. Easy prey.
Oh, that attack just always seems to get me. See, they're not real. They're not real wolves. They're walking around on their hind legs. Real wolves do that? I don't think so.
To me, run, little rabbit.
That swing he does is just so damned big.
Desolation. I smell your blood.
He smells my blood.
I am ravenous.
He is ravenous. Aha! Got out of fire. Pardon that. I said that a little louder than I wanted to.
You are hunted.
I'm hunted. Here we go. Back on the palm tree.
Fang, tooth, and claw. Tortured under the moon. The pack
Oh,
suffered
shit.
but endured. And howled now in tomb.
My build is just not good for this part of the fight. Keep at it a couple more times, but...
Old.
And it ain't the booze, I promise. Most builds will be able to, and the problem isn't even Geonor, it's the extra mobs. Most builds will be able to deal with those extra mobs a little more, actually significantly more expeditiously than I am.
No noose this time. I'll remove your head myself.
Many have tried.
Easy prey. Run, little rabbit. Enough. You will falter. First one's iron.
The air grows colder. Agnar the Ruined. Agnar the Impaler.
Oh my god, I can't move.
As death. And imbued by the moon. Cursed or gifted. Branded and afflicted. Your veins soon chilled.
Damn it. I'm hitting attacks and they're just not going off. And I've got the mana for it, so I don't know what the problem is. That was bad. That was really bad. That was super bad. If I had a juicy ribeye, I would not be giving it to him. I'm going to give it one more try, but if I fail here, that's going to be it for the night because I am a low, very low frustration threshold gamer. Now, this doesn't mean I'm not going to be playing tomorrow. Well, okay. I'm probably not going to be streaming tomorrow. But I'm not going to say I'm not going to be playing PoE. But right now, the frustration is building, and I don't want to get into a mind state where I don't want to play. And right now, we're already at, this is the most times I've ever died to Geonor. Already. So.
First one's
I got frozen in place. Its freeze is killing me. And I even have the goddamn freeze charm up. And it's making no difference at all. Which is my big problem with the charms. Is the first time they get activated, they don't do anything. They only activate on subsequent uses. So, unlike, say, a freeze protection, a flask in PoE 1, which, you take it and it protects you. In this case, you can't activate the charms. They only activate. They activate. Oh God, no. They activate on your first hit. So if it's a protection from cold one, it only protects you from the second and subsequent cold attacks. All right, here we go again. This is where I'm dying, I'll remind you. That was crap. Now they're knocking me back into him. Okay, guys, I can't.
As cold as death.
It's driving me. It's just making me furious right now. I've never had that problem in the poetry phase like that before, where the mobs are knocking me back constantly. They're interrupting my attacks, so I can't even kill them effectively. I'm gonna go one more. All right, I've got this. Maybe not tonight, but I've got this. You guys deserve me giving it another shot. All right, so. Seriously, I don't think he's ever killed me more than twice before. And I also don't think it's the booze. I honestly don't. The build is good for some things, but you see, I have this charm here. I mean, it gives me cold resistance. But it's only used when you take cold damage, and it doesn't reduce the cold damage. I just think the charm system is a complete system fail. A game system fail, in that it's a game system that doesn't do what the players need it to do. Oh, no. Okay. good. I also am not doing great on on dodging his when he does his leap in the air thing and judging when that's coming.
Freezing gale. I smell your blood. And I am ravenous.
But the real problem for me is in that the poetry phase. Oh, I got hit by a second and third and fourth. Yeah, if I get hit by the first one of those freezing rays, I'm dead. I shouldn't be, because I specifically chose the charm. And it's supposed to give me 25% cold resist, but the first one hits me and freezes me. And then the second one hits me and it refreezes me, and then the third one hits me and refreezes me, and the fourth one kills me. I want to say they've changed this, but I don't think they have. I'm not going to give up that easy. What is this, the 6th go through? Yeah. I mean, I've never had anywhere near this problem. And I don't know, maybe the drink is part of it. Probably. The build, I think, is the biggest part. I'm not playing particularly well, but I think the build really is just not good for this.
I'll remove your head myself.
Many have tried.
First one's high. You'll pay with your life. You will falter. First one's high.
That time I was ready for it. All right, that's better. Again, ready for it that time.
To me, easy prey. You will falter.
Suffer!
Alright. Next phase.
Desolation. I will take out your heart and savor its
Bite.
Your pulse quickens.
Alright, that was better.
The eternal impure. With bloodlust empowered. Our Exile endured. But soon all were devoured. In
I
unending
got
war,
caught up in them again.
waited at the door.
Well, I didn't even know I could go in there.
By hour, men fell as summer soured.
Oh, not good.
I smell your blood, and I am ravenous. Requiem on
Missed me. Missed me. Missed me. Missed. No, didn't miss me, but didn't kill me either. Now you see, I was rolling. That should be fucking iframes.
freezing gale. Solstice.
Alright, we stunned him. Gotta hit him hard. Hit him fucking hard. And go back into the goddamn...
Fang, tooth, and claw. Tortured under the moon. The pack suffered but endured. And howled now in tune. No tales were told. None new, none old. And their endless hunger grew ever stronger.
I don't fuck it up, I got him. Awarded a Blood Moon level up effect.
Allow me to clear your mind. If only for a moment.
Only took me 6.
It consumed my being.
And you were there.
Used it against me. Where has she taken the beast? I found messages.
Moving
From the
close.
desert. From the Vastiri? Yes. Find her. Kill her. But first, please, stop the madness. As you wish. We must make
Yeah,
haste.
at the
Let's
end,
return to
you
Clearfield
know.
to make our preparations.
His madness cleared from him. The noble wolf that he was returned. I'm glad I stuck it out, and thank you for sticking it out. This is the end of Act 1.
Done Wells, the darkness, good luck to you.
Count, dear, we can finally stick to the cairns.
Hello, hooded one.
We
Would you...
must pursue all
Yeah, we'll pursue her
wriggling beasts.
another day. We will identify items and sell stuff.
Make haste.
It is good to see you.
Let's see what we got. Wow, +2 to level of all projectile skills. Level 16 crossbow. It's got damage, increased elemental damage, and a lot of times what you're doing with the crossbow is you're firing grenades. Fire grenades, that's an example. So +2 of a level of all projectile skills. Attack speed, increased elemental damage with attacks. That's really good. That does not get sold. That gets banked away just in case later I find it that I want to play something with a crossbow, which I kind of do. That was one of the ones I was more tempted to do. I find the style of play for the crossbow fun. It's slower and more deliberate. A little bit more tactical, but much heavier hitting than, say, what I'm currently using. And I think I'm going to call it here. This was my objective, was to get through this evening. I wish it'd taken, like, say, 10 or 15 minutes less time for me to kill Count Gaeanor, Bob. Let's call him Bob. But I want to thank you guys for hanging out, as always. I will probably be taking tomorrow off and be back on Sunday, most likely back here with this at a higher level. I'll probably play some of this tomorrow. And, you know, maybe Sunday as well, early. Might do an early session. Don't know. Don't know what I'm going to do. I have no idea what the hell I'm going to do. The other game I was looking at, bear with me, Alchemy Factory on Steam is the one I'm looking at for probably for next week, although possibly earlier if my frustrations grow with PoE 2, which is always a possibility. I'm not going to fib. But for now, I am going to call it again. Thanks, guys, for hanging out. Hopefully, you will see me soon. I'm back on Sunday, at least, if not tomorrow, either early or at the regular time of 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern, or morning in Australia and New Zealand. Probably with more of this. Alchemy Factory is possible. Also, the seance at, I think it's Blake Manor, is also in the docket in the not too distant future. But for tonight, I am Benito. Again, thanks for hanging. I hope your weekend kicks ass. And for those who weren't around earlier, I do expect a full report on your weekend ass kickness on my desk first thing Monday morning. Have a great weekend. Take care and ciao for now. Thanks for hanging, guys. Take care, Lonestar Wolf.